Namaste, Namaste, Purnamaste, and everybody welcome. Welcome to the art of the word, and I am from the heart, flowing like a river with no resistance, in greatest joy, in happiness, away from any resistance within me, away from any resistance in the environment. You know, enlightenment is so hard to get, takes so many lifetimes. Mind is so stubborn. But when you get it, you realize it is just too simple for the too complicated mind that has to resist force and control and complicate. But it is just so simple. And when you get it, you are like, I needed 100 lifetimes to get this thing, which is actually too simple. And it is too simple for the mind that is too complicated. Mind resists, mind controls, mind tries to force, push against. And then you suffer. Mind expects. And tries to hold on to the moment, and the moment is passing and changing. And try to keep the moment, trying to change the moment, try to force the moment that it's not now here. Resist what is now here and cannot be changed. And then you suffer. But you have to be like a mirror, like a mirror. You are crystal clear. You receive as it is the moment now as it feels right within you. You don't reject anything, you receive anything. You don't change anything, you don't lie, you don't resist, you don't try to change, you don't try to control. You receive anything for everything in fullness. But you are not holding on to the moment, holding on to anything. As the external picture change, reflection changes according to the moment. You are not holding on to the moment, you are not resisting the moment, you are like a mirror, receiving what is given in joy of giving as it is now. And when it passes, when it's not given anymore, when it's different, you don't try to hold on to that picture, to that moment that passed, but you actually do not hold on to anything. You have no resistance to the moment that is, that changed. If you cannot change the picture, if you cannot change it with no resistance, like mirror cannot change, you cannot change the picture in the mirror. You have to change yourself. It's just too simple. We are trying to hold on in this world to the moment, keep the moment, control the moment. Like you say, I'm going to fart at 9 o'clock. No, it just happens and you fart spontaneously. Thinking what we gonna do, how we gonna do, when we gonna do. We try to force the moment that is now here. We try to keep the moment that passed, and we don't get the picture. The moment that is now here, and we are in separation from self, going against ourselves in resistance. But we have to be like a mirror and just receive the picture within as it is this moment now. Happiness comes when you change things that can be changed with no resistance from the heart. For there is will in the moment of whatever, whoever you want to change. But when there is resistance, things that you cannot change, moment that you cannot change, you are not trying to change it. You are not holding on to the moment. No, you are not holding on to the moment. You are not holding on to the moment. You cannot change. You accept it as it is, with no resistance. And you live now, here, in the moment, now. As it is. You accept things that you can't change. You change from the heart. Things that you cannot change. You do not try to change it. Change yourself. And you flow with no resistance. Accepting the moment as it is. And you have to be like water. You have to be like water. You have to be one with the water. Water flows with no resistance. Doesn't control, doesn't push, doesn't force against. But just flows with no resistance on the path of least resistance, on the path of greatest joy. If you try to swim against the river, you are using all your force. You are using all your force, all your power to go against yourself, to go against the river of life. And then you drown. You drown in the river of life. Because you're trying to control the river, control the flow, go against it, change it, force it. You try to swim uphill, you try to swim against the flow. You drown by your own power. But if you, listen, if you surrender to the water, you just surrender to the flow of the water like a fish. Not only your own power, but the power of the water of the entire river becomes your power, and it's taking you. Where is it taking you? To your promised land, flowing from the heart with no resistance. You surrender to the flow of river of life. It feels the best with no resistance. You don't try to control it. You don't try to flow against the flow. You surrender. And wherever there is resistance, you flow away on the path of least resistance. And from the heart, wherever there is resistance, there's suffering. For you will resist and bang into uphill against the flow. And you flow away from all suffering, from all drama. Whatever doesn't feel right, where is resistance, there is suffering. And you flow in greatest joy, in no resistance, towards your promised land, towards your heaven on earth, towards your greatest dreams, towards everything your heart desires, on the path of least resistance. The power of life, power of river of life. Your life, our life. So how it looks in personal life, in your life. If you live with no resistance, you are not attached, you are like a mirror. You are receiving people and whatever is good in your life as it is now, reflected in you. You accept it in fullness, but you are not attached to it. You don't hold on to it. So when people stop loving you, when people stop giving you love, when situations that were so lovely change, and the happiness, the fulfillment, the abundance is no more there. The relationship is no more there. You are not attached. It changed. You know you cannot control the moment. You know you cannot resist. You try to force and control somebody and control the situation to be as it was when you were happy. You only suffer. You only suffer in resistance, in trying to hold on to the moment that passed. You accept the moment as it is, and with no attachment. Whatever changed, you accept it. You were not attached to whatever it was. People, the person who loved you, who did good to you, changed and stopped doing good. You are not holding on to it. It hurts, you're sad, but you let go of it. You're not holding on to that moment. You are like a mirror responding to the moment as it is. You're not holding on to the moment that passed, and you let them go. You are not holding on to it. You are not suffering. You avoid suffering. You take every moment and everything what you have and people that you have in your life and what they are giving in your relationship. You don't take as a privilege, as something that you are entitled to, something that is yours because it is. No. You take everyone and everything in your life what you have as a gift of love. And gift of love is a gift. Nothing you can expect, no contract, nothing you have to demand, but what is given freely from the heart. And you know that what is not given freely from the heart, for the heart changed, is not love and is to be suffering. And if you try to hold on to it, resist, and try to change, you will suffer. For you are holding on to the moment that passed. Attachment is root cause of pain. You are resisting to what it is. Like the river of life of two people that lived together actually brought them. They were together with no resistance. Now there is resistance. And if you try to change, if you try to control, if you try to keep the relationship, keep them in your life, you will suffer in that resistance. For you are resisting to the heart that changed. And you want it to be as it was past moment. You cannot accept as it is the flow of river of life. You are trying to swim against the flow, you drown. But when you flow away on the path of least resistance, it hurts, you heal. Water of life washes you, and you flow away to something better, to somebody better, to yourself. You flow away with no resistance on the path of least resistance, and you heal in fastest way your heart, as you are not holding on with attachment. You are accepting it. Okay. It was love as long as it was. Now love is no more given. I accept it. I will not suffer in it. It's okay. When you no more resist people in their energy, when you are in their energy and you want something from them and they are not giving, when you are in their energy and it doesn't feel right to them, you don't try to force, you don't try to control, you don't try to push, but you accept it. This is the will of their heart. There is resistance. You say, I love you for who you are. I don't want you to suffer. I don't want to cause resistance to you. I take only gift of love, and I want you to be happy, and that you do for me what you love. Don't explain yourself. You have no resistance when people do not want to do for you what you want from them, do not want to put up with your energies, because you have no resistance. And whenever there is resistance in environment, you flow away on the path of least resistance. You offer no resistance. And same way I am, same way. I respect everybody. If I ask somebody for something, I want them to do it from the heart. I would never push and resist, try to force and control to make it happen. But I accept their free will with no resistance. Because if their heart would desire to do it, if they would do it and say, yes, I want to do it with no resistance. If whatever I'm doing in their energy, there would be no problem with it, they would not resist. And then I just know I don't want to offer them resistance. I don't want to suffer, so I'll make them suffer, and I flow away with no resistance. I'm not trying to force and control. People don't want to do something for me. They have to tell me one time only that they don't. I don't even want to hear the explanation. It doesn't feel right for them. It is not their work. If they don't like what I'm doing in their energy, it's my energy in their energy. I'm violating their energy. I want them to respect my energy as I respect theirs, and I love them as myself. I flow away with no resistance. And then in same way, when others want to control me, gaslight me, they want things from me, when they are putting up and then they are projecting energies in my energies that do not feel right, I cannot stand it. I'm so sensitive. It's resistance within me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to put up with it. And I stop it. I stand up for it. For why? For I'm offering no resistance to no one. I don't want to suffer myself. I'm free of suffering. So allow no resistance from anyone. And I accept everyone's free will and their choice, their resistance on first ball. I don't ask twice. I don't push. I don't resist. Their first answer is my final answer, and I follow. That's why when others resist, control, and push, I have no mercy. For I'm just not doing to others what no one can do to me, offer resistance. And no one can do to me what I don't do to no one. The chopper doesn't resist the air. Find a way to flow in the air. Yeah, in same way, when people want something from me that doesn't feel right and want to put up with energies that do not feel right to me, I'm so sensitive. But I'm not doing to anyone, offering no resistance. I allow no one to do to me. And if they cannot accept the resistance within me, they don't love me. They only want from me what they want from me, my energy. They want to give me what they want to give me, the shit, whatever they want to give me. They don't care how I feel in my personal energy. They are resisting. They only want something from me. That's why I have no mercy. And then you have to understand that when you stop controlling others, forcing others, pushing others, when you accept as they are now and whatever they are giving now is a gift of love, and with no resistance, you accept nothing else and expect nothing else. Your relationships are most lovely, most divine. You avoid all suffering because you are not controlling, resisting people to make them resent you, to create karma and karmic debt so you would suffer in future. But but not only you, that you don't expect from people, pushing people, resist from people, try to change people, try to change situations. But you feel the energy, If they are resisting, if the love is not flowing, you have to resist. You don't resist. You walk away from all resistance. Even if your 40-year husband, you are together 40 years, doesn't love you anymore, and you just walk away. It will be suffering for now, and you are old enough to enjoy this resistance. And then also, what others want from you. If they are in your energy, they are doing things in your energy that doesn't feel right to you. There's resistance in you. And it's not enough if you do not resist others and you accept them as they are and you flow away from the path of least resistance. You have to also respect the resistance within you. When there is resistance within you, when others are doing something in your energy that doesn't feel right, when others want from you something, there's resistance within you. You should never do it. You should never put up with it. You should stand up for yourself. You say, no, this doesn't feel right to me. There's resistance in me. This is not my work. You will find somebody who will do it. I don't owe you nothing. You don't owe me nothing. I'm sorry, whatever you're doing in my energy doesn't feel right. There's resistance in me. And then you also respect resistance within you as you respect resistance in others. You walk away and you flow away in resistance within you. You are not doing things that there is resistance within you, for you know they are to cause suffering upon you. You are flowing away. You say, no, I will not do this. You respect yourself. No, I will not put up with these energies, because you know, in same way, if you resist others, you create karma. And then you will suffer because you control them. And if others resist you and don't respect your energies, and they are putting up energies in your energies that really feel like shit to you, and they want things from you that really you don't want to do, you will resent them, you will blame them, you will suffer in resistance, you will suffer in bad karma. You don't want to suffer, you don't want nobody to suffer, you offer no resistance to no one, so you allow no resistance to no one. I owe no energy to no one, no one owes me my energy. What I'm not doing to no one, no one can do to me. I'm not resisting to anyone. And and you are just saying no, removing people, and stop doing things that are not right for you. And those who respect you, those who love you for who you are, they can respect you as unique and crazy as you are. They love you for who you are with no resistance. Others resist you and want to change you and cannot accept your no for an answer, that you don't want to do it, that you don't want to put up with it. They want you to be somebody else. They are resisting you. And if you will be doing what they do and put up with what they do, you are in separation from self. You will suffer in separation from self because others are resisting you and you allow it. You have to have no resistance, and say no. There's resistance within you. You say no. Where there's resistance in environment, you respect it. You walk away. And wherever there's resistance within you, if you are doing something what doesn't feel right to you, if you have to stop doing it, because you are resisting yourself, you are resisting your heart, you're trying to be somebody else, and you are going against yourself. You will suffer in resistance on yourself. This is not your work. This is not who you are. And that's why there's resistance within you. And your mind may be resisting and telling you, yes, you need to do that because of this, because of that. And it's giving you this in life, and it's giving you security, and you will lose all these things. But you will suffer in resistance to self, in bad karma, if you will be doing it really within, because you're going against yourself and you feel resistance within you, and you are still doing that work, still doing this for some benefit or for something, and then you suffer, and you suffer immensely. And whatever feels right to your heart, whatever feels joy to your heart, whatever brings joy to your heart, the truth that is in your heart that you want to express, whatever you want to do, you should do it with no resistance. Fear is resisting, afraid of what is in your heart, of your truth, of your greatest divine self. Fear is resisting that you will lose people, that people will judge you, that people will attack you, that they will blame you, condemn you. Yes, they will. This is the nature of the mind. You will lose people, yes, you will lose everybody who doesn't love you for who you are, for you will express yourself, who you truly are in your truth with no resistance. And when you will do what is in your heart and say no to what is not, you will lose people that are not right for you, and you will have people only in your life who love your truth for you with no resistance, expressing your truth, you know. And in your truth you will grow in your truth into the master that you are, into the truth. And in being your truth with no resistance, you will have people who do not resist you, because you have shown yourself with no resistance. And those who cannot take you, what you're doing, what you spreading, they leave, for they are resisting you. They do not love you for who you are, they are resisting you. And that's why you walk away from that resistance, you remove them out of your life. And when you really do what is in your heart with no resistance, you stop resisting. You master yourself, you master your craft, what is in your heart, what brings joy to you, what expands you. You want to do it more, what takes you in the moment. This is what you have to do. This is, when you do it, you embody your greatest divine self in doing what is in your heart, what brings joy to you. You embody your greatest master that you are. You embody your divine self. You master your craft. You master your craft from the heart. And you become a master of your craft. Yeah. Like I'm doing every day what I'm doing, creating videos, writing, and I'm a spiritual master. Not only enlightened man, I'm now spiritual master. I'm mastering my craft. And you master your craft, you become a master. Because with no resistance that is within you, you are doing what is in your heart, practicing your craft, writing that book, writing this music, teaching, helping people, serving in whatever way that you feel that's right to you. With no resistance. Mind is resisting you, afraid that you will lose your life, that you will go homeless, that everything will break down, and I don't know what. But if you do what is in your heart with no resistance, under the sword lifted high, as hell making you tremble underneath, you go ahead, you arrive to your promised land. You become a master of your craft. You master your craft, and as a master of your craft, you're doing greatest things. And then as the greatest master of your craft, with no resistance, you flow to your promised land and you do greatest things. And you arrive to your heaven on earth. You are the greatest masters doing greatest things, bringing heaven to earth. You arrive to your promised land with no resistance, just like a river. For you are not resisting what is in your heart, what your heart desires to do, but you are actually doing it with no resistance, every day, always, like I give you my word, and not resisting it. And that's why I know I'm to arrive at my promised land at the time that is right. Time is now. I'm being a spiritual master that I am, and now is eternal. And only if I stop doing it, if I resist, if I stop the flow, if I don't trust, if I have no faith, then I'm not maintained, and I'm not to arrive to my promised land. But if I trust what is in my heart, I do it with no resistance, with faith, and I never stop. The river of life from the heart flowing with no resistance. Take me to my promised land, to my greatest dreams and greatest things that I'm here to do. The mind is always resisting you. Go against yourself. You have to go against yourself. You have to resist yourself and everything. When we resist, ego feels alive. When it resists yourself and everything, then it feels like it is alive. It's an illusion. But but when you stop resisting, you're doing what is in your heart. You stop resisting going against your heart. You stop resisting others. You accept them as a gift. You don't accept nothing, expect nothing what is not given out of joy. And you allow others not to resist you. You accept the moment as it is, and in this moment now, you are the best that you can be, doing the best that you can do, flowing from the heart in your level of life. You are exactly where you have to be. But you resist nothing. You are here now, doing the best, flowing from the heart, allowing no resistance from anyone, and giving no resistance to no one. Not flowing against yourself with resistance, but flowing from the heart as your heart desires. And we are to arrive in a promised land as the greatest masters, doing greatest things with no resistance. And actually, when you are flowing with no resistance, you, wherever there's resistance within you, you flow away. You don't follow it. Wherever there's resistance in environment, you flow away. You never go against yourself. Where there's resistance in others and in you, this is the sign that if you follow it, you are to suffer. So, because you don't resist, you don't control, you don't try to force, you are not attached, you don't try to change, you don't resist. You avoid all suffering, because all this resistance, if you would resist, would create only suffering in your life. And in this way, because you are not resisting and allowing no one to resist you, you don't resist yourself, that you are flowing from the heart on the path of least resistance. This is the path of greatest happiness, greatest joy possible for you avoid all suffering. And on the path of least resistance from the heart, river of life is to take us to our promised land, not by our own power, but the power of river of life, source that I am, our own divine power. And river of life from the heart, what feels right with no resistance, can lead only on our highest promised land, or to our greatest divine self, our greatest divine life, and heaven and earth. If we just don't stop and don't resist, and we flow from the heart with no resistance, ours is the heavenly glory. We are water. We are flowing like a river. I give you my word just for that. For I live with no resistance. And I am happiness, joy, love, fulfilled, maintained by love that I am with no resistance and abundance from the heart. And I'm happiness. And I want you to be happy as I am in life, with no resistance. But when you stop resisting the moment as it is, you accept the moment as it is now, you are now in the moment now, accepting the moment as it is, and you realize the moment is eternal, that I am eternal life, and you are that eternal life that I am. And with no resistance, you are being the happiness and joy that I am. And I give you my word only so you can get the joke. For if you just follow this and you offer no resistance to no one, take everyone as a gift and flow away from all resistance, and you allow no one to resist you, and you don't resist yourself, you're flowing from the heart. You are to reach enlightenment. You are to free yourself from all suffering. For all suffering is just a resistance to the moment that there is attachment, is root cause of all suffering. And when you stop resisting and you're flowing away on the path of least resistance, you are Buddha, you are enlightened as I am. I give you my word. Just for that, for I'm you. And if anybody wishes, like you want to offer support to the art of the word that I am, that you want to offer a donation, do know that you are so welcome from the heart. And without your donation, there would be no art of the word that I am. I'm so grateful from the heart, really, I'm so grateful. If there's any blessing in my heart, let it go with no resistance to you. In giving, we receive. But you have to save yourself when you flow away from all resistance within you and environment. That's how you save yourself. All my blessings to you. And everybody who ever offers me a donation, I do a healing on you. I don't say anything, I don't chat with you. But I'm so grateful for the donation you have given me. For you actually giving me what I require to remain in this world, to teach in this world so others can get free of this world from resistance. And I want to give you my best energy. I don't say anything, but I do something. I'm very clairsentient. I see your email address in PayPal, it's enough. I don't need to talk to you. I don't say anything. I just give you my word. I connect with your divine energy, with your divine being. And because you have given me gift that I appreciate so much, I want to give you my best energy. And I do white light source quantum healing on you profoundly. I take my energy, I take my time. It's quantum white light source healing. I don't have to say anything to you. You don't have to know. And I cannot heal you. I only do my best energy from the source that I am and do healing on you for every single donation, really. But what you do with that healing, with that energy is up to you. If you are resisting, trying to control, trying to force, trying to push others, trying to make them to do for you what they don't want to do, you are resisting yourself and allowing others to do to you what doesn't feel right to you, and you are doing what doesn't feel right to you, and you are going against your heart, always doing something what is not in your heart. No one can heal you, no one can save you. I only give you my word. But I give you my word. You heal yourself, you save yourself when you take others as a gift and a moment as a gift, and whatever is not go offer with no resistance, you flow away. And you allow no one to resist you. You do only what feels right to you, where there's resistance in you. You don't do it. And you are not flowing against yourself, but with no resistance you follow your heart. You save yourself, you heal yourself, you're Buddha. I only give you my word, and I give you my word for every donation healing is performed. And I give you my word to everyone. Thank you for your love, for your joy, for your likes. And for those who offer me a donation, especially thanks. Because without the view, there'd be no art of the word that I am. Thank you. But to everyone, when you let go of resistance within you and you allow no one to resist you and you stop going against yourself, you follow your heart with no resistance. You accept the moment as it is with no resistance. You change only what can be changed with no resistance. You live in heaven and earth. Heavenly kingdom is within you. River of life flowing from the heart in greatest joy. That I am you. I give you my word. Purnamaste. Purnamaste.